there, it's Perry with PapercraftingThreads. Thanks for joining me. Today, I have a sweet tuck and fold box, perfect for Halloween goodies or any time of year. Just swap out your papers. Let's get started. I have a piece of Granny Apple green cardstock that measures 8 inches by 8 inches. I have a piece of basic black cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 7 1/2 inches. And I need to cut a piece from this 12 inch by 12 inch piece of Spooky Sweet Designer Series paper. And I love this little apartment building. I already have one that's partially cut, and I want to use this cat image for my window. So I'm placing this at 4 inches. And then turning it this way and cutting it at 7 1/2. I have my simply scored board. I'm taking the 8 by 8 piece of cardstock, and I'm scoring using the small tip of the stylus because small tip makes deeper impressions, and this is cardstock. If I was scoring Designer Series paper, I would use this end. But anyway, going to score at 1 inch and 1 inch. Then turning it to the perpendicular side at 1 inch, 2 inches, 4 1/2, and 5 1/2. So hopefully you can see those score lines here. There are 6 squares. There's a square here, 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 and here. These two are going to get cut away, but before I cut those away, I need to draw some diagonal lines. So the 4 squares here are going to have diagonal lines scored on them. And they're all going to point to this big piece here. This big rectangle is going to be the top of my box. So lining it up here in the corner. And that one's angled in there. Same thing with this one, angle in. And this one. And we have one more over here. Then I'm going to cut out these corner pieces. I'm also going to notch this end, and I'm just using an old 1 1/4 inch circle punch. You can use any small circle that you have. I'm just going to eyeball it. I know it's about 3 fingers on each side. Next, fold and burnish all score lines. And all of them will go the same direction, except for the diagonals. These are all valley folds, and this is going to be a mountain fold. So I'm going to push in and pull up, and then burnish that. Same thing on this side, push in and pull up. Push in and pull up. Hopefully you can see that in there. And push in and pull back. Before assembling the box, I'm going to flip it over. This is going to be my front panel. I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to use the Sweet Halloween stamp set and use these two little bats. I also have a scrap of basic white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp the greeting on there. And punch this out with that same 1 1/4 inch circle punch. And I'm also punching one out of Granny Apple green cardstock and basic black. Next, I'm going to glue my paper together. Since I use liquid glue, I'm flipping it over and spreading that flat. And then to assemble the box, just push the sides in. And tuck this flap in. Test it gently first, because if you want it to be snug but not forced. So that's forcing it, so I need to trim off just a tiny bit, and I mean just a skosh. Because if it's too loose, the box won't stay closed. I'm going to put some things in here, so I'm fitting a full-size candy bar and some glow-in-the-dark critters. Then I have my belly band, and I'm placing that here so the cat is right on the front. And flipping it over and just bending this around. And because I'm squeezing the box, those ends are popping out. Once we have it done, that won't happen. So then I'm taking my stylus, lining this up on my grid, making sure the box is straight, and scoring down each side here. And then I can fold that. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. double check that it fits. And then I'll put a thin line of glue here. This one I want to be fairly generous with it. And then fold that over and hold it for just a moment. Give that some extra pressure. Then I have this gorgeous gold open weave trim. So pull off a length of that. Tie that in a knot. And then take these and layer them. Put some glue in the middle and offset this just a bit. And glue on here and offset it on the black. And then punch a hole. I have an 1/8 inch hole punch. And this glorious gold and black baker's twine. That's also a brand new online exclusive. And tie that on here. And there you have it, a tuck and fold box. I did make several other versions of this box. This one, the box base is basic gray cardstock, and I used some more images from that stamp set to do little candy corns and the greeting. This little piece here is a die cut from the pattern paper pack. And this is a second pattern from that same pack that this came from. And I wrapped that gold and black twine 3 times around here and tied it in a bow. And then my last version can be oriented like this, or you could also put it this way. It's got a basic black box base, granny apple green for this bit here, and then a third pattern from this same paper pack. The pumpkins and the large crow was another die cut from that pack. And then these two were came from another piece of patterned paper. And I fussy cut out the crows. This is a stylish label circle die. And then I used a blending brush to add granny apple green ink around the edges. And then another sentiment from that same stamp set. And then this is Petunia Pop Iridescent Ribbon and some of the black baker's twine. Which one's your favorite?
Find written instructions over on my blog at... If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching. Bye!